Hey guys, Llama here, and welcome to another model kit Gunpla kit review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Celestial Being Mobile Suit GN-001 Gundam Exia. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a kit review, but I have an absolute ton of kits now that I do need to get reviewed. I have the backlog of kits that I need to review. So this is the first of those, and here is the box. Here's some spoilers. Get that out of here. Of course, it always comes with the instruction booklet, being this is a model kit. If you don't know what that means, it basically means it is a figure that you build yourself. So, there's that. And then, we also get a ton of extra stuff. We have a sprue here that has a bunch of extra unused pieces on it. We have 2 lengths of beam saber pieces, both lengths for each of the beam sabers. Some stickers I didn't use because I would never, and I hate them. This right here, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what it is or what it's for, so it just kind of exists. You got this piece here, which I believe is supposed to be for a figure stand. And you also have this teeny tiny piece, which I have no clue what it goes to, but it is super small. We also have a super duper tiny pilot, which no one in their right mind would ever try to paint. Alongside all that, we also have multiple pairs of hands. We have these more open palmed grabbing hands, if my camera would focus. We have 2 articulated hands. All the fingers are jointed on ball joints and hinges for more expressive stuff. Off camera, I noticed that these were assembled incorrectly, so I fixed them. You also get 2 of these. You get 2 of each of these. I believe I have 1 of each on the figure now. So you get a holding hand and a closed fist for each hand. Getting on to the Exia itself, it is a very unique... I was going to say the Gundam Exia is a very unique design for a mobile suit, especially a Gundam. It looks very different than any other of the main Gunpla suits or Gundam suits, and it's got a big old sword, so that definitely helps it stand out. Looking at the Exia up close, you can see it is very detailed and very cool, and has a lot going on with it. Obviously, it is a very complex design, and it is also armed to the teeth. So on the Exia, you'll see a shield mounted on this arm, a sword with a bit of a shield mounted on this arm. Apologies for the dust. The blade on this is chromed, so it does get a bunch of dust on it very easily. You'll also notice 2 like dagger swords coming off of his hips, and on the back you have a bunch of spikes and everything. He's armored up. He also has a few features, such as his sword being able to, well, his sword being able to fold away. Usually it doesn't come off, but this is a kit, so you have to be prepared for things such as that. But it'll fold back like that to get the sword out of the way. The shield and the sword are both mounted on either arm by a peg, and both of them can be interchanged. I like it to be like this, but it doesn't necessarily matter. I'm going to pop both of them off the arms for now, so that I can give a better look at the figure itself to you. The sword side pegs in and is held by the hand, so in order to get the sword out of the hand, you will have to take the hand apart, as you know, tradition with Gunpla. If I can get this hand to cooperate with me. Come on now. There we go. In addition to those being removable, you could also come to the hips, and these swords on the hip skirts are on little hinges. They go up and down. They could also, because they're just on hinges, be taken off. There's a little post on the hip that these just plug into, and you could take them off like that. So we could just wiggle these off, get them out of the way so that we have more room. And here is the Exia without all its crazy stuff on it. It does still have all these spikes and stuff on the back. Another cool thing is all these little spikes here can open up. There's some little yellow ones back here that could also flip up. And of course, all these individual ones back here on the arms and the legs can also move. The head sculpt looks very nice. I really like the profile of it. And I do like the giant core in the chest. I think that's very cool. Some of these can also, if you're careful with them, move out of the way a bit so you could better see that big old orb. And yeah, he's pretty cool. Articulation, obviously it's a Gunpla kit, so he's going to have a lot. His shoulder pads are on rotation and hinges, but sometimes these shoulder pads do come off. But that is to help with movement in the arms. Arms are super articulated, legs are super articulated. You'll see some orbs on his arms and legs too. All those are done in nice green translucent plastic. You got the same on his head. Very cool. Again, very unique. Doesn't really look like any of the other Gundam suits, so he does stick out a bit and looks very cool. Now you may be wondering how he uses his beam saber pieces when he has these big ol' swords. Well, as I talked about before, there are numerous spikes coming off of the Exia's back, and those are each removable, and that is so you can put the beam saber blades into them, and all four of them can do that. You can also do these, so let's use one of these smaller blades for this one just because. And of course you can get him to wield those, and it looks pretty neat. The bigger ones from his shoulders you will have to take the hand apart for, unfortunately, but that's so you could peg it in. So it doesn't go anywhere, and he could be wielding his beam saber without having to worry about it falling out of his hand. Put his hand back on. There we go. Big beam saber. Overall, the Exia itself is a great kit, and I only have a few problems with it. And the problems I do have with it are either to be expected or minor. Those problems being, one, it has a tendency to fall apart occasionally, but you know, it's a Gunpla kit, and without gluing it, that's going to happen regardless. And the other thing being that the swords that are on the hips of the Exia do get in the way occasionally, but that also is to be expected, being the design of the Exia. So, overall, I do recommend this kit. It is a very nice kit. It looks beautiful, it was fun to build, and it's just a cool design. So, yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button down below to show me that you liked it. And as always, I'll see you guys later.